Hello, everybody. My name is Jocelyn Herrera-Hernandez, and for this exercise, I have decided to focus on sustainable development goals. Number one, which is no poverty, and I have chose to do it in the country of France. So, what is SDG 1? So, SDG 1 focuses on ending poverty in all its forms everywhere by 2030. Some of its targets include the following, which is basically reduced by at least half the proportion of men, women, and children of all ages in poverty by 2030. Implement national appropriate social protection systems and measures for all, and build the resilience of the poor and those in vulnerable situations and reduce their exposure and vulnerability. A lot of poverty has to do with prices a lot of the times. And just do not have jobs that pay enough to the point where they can buy groceries or buy food to feed their families. So, what does poverty look like in France? So, poverty in France is not terrible considering compared to other countries. However, it is still an ongoing problem globally, including France as well. So, the overall rate sits around 14% to 15%, depending on the metric. Healthcare is also very cheap considering. I did include healthcare since it is also a factor that contributes to poverty. Um, so it is healthcare in France is considered good and provides universal healthcare coverage with very low out of pocket costs, which protects low income individuals from medical bankruptcy. So again, it helps them focus more on feeding their families than having to focus on medical bills or etc. In the USA, however, poverty is a really big problem. Um, it's the overall poverty rate sits around 11% to 17%. And this is basically poverty is a big deal here in the United States because prices continue to go up, inflation and everything like that. So people with lower income struggle to buy groceries and feed their families. There are government programs like SNAP and WIC that help, but it's still not enough to solve poverty in general. Also, healthcare in the United States is pretty bad compared to other countries. A lot of other countries have free healthcare and everything like that, whereas here in the United States we have to pay for our healthcare, which many people end up with financial distress due to the fact that the U.S. lacks universal coverage. So, moving on to the main differences. So, again, in France, they provide universal health care, whereas in the United States, they do not. They have lower poverty after government assistance, and they have strong social safety net. However, in the United States, they have higher poverty even after assistance. So even after the assistance is not doing much for poverty, and they also have fewer family benefits. And here, this is a graph from 2025, basically the number of people that are in poverty, countries, the amount of people that are in poverty. Um, so as we can see here, um, in France of 2023 or 2026, it is around 2,225 people, whereas in the United States it's 3.74 million. And that number shocked me, honestly, because it is more than double the amount. So The solution that I was able to find was AI. AI has had so many benefits and everything like that, and it can even help reduce poverty in France. For example, employment. It can help AI job match. It can do like skills assessments and match for jobs, and it can have career recommendations. It can also offer government services, which faster application processing, AI chatbot for benefits and eligibility recommendations. It can also help with financial support, basically budgeting assistance. I know so many people struggle to budget, savings recommendations, and debt management. That way, things are getting paid instead of, and we know where the money is going. And lastly, housing, predict homelessness risk, um, rental assistance recommendations, and lastly, keep watching families with affordable housing, making sure that they are um, getting a house within their range and everything like that. And these are all my resources that I used for this slideshow. I hope you guys were able to learn more about poverty and how it is and how it differs in France and here in the United States. Thank you so much for listening.